Born in Greensboro, North Carolina, Marty Sheets came to be known worldwide, competing first in the very first World Special Olympics in Chicago in 1968 and winning a gold medal in the swimming. And then later became known for his kindness, which he shared with everyone he met. And now his legacy lives on in a bench outside, appropriately, the Greensboro Aquatic Center.
If there's any person who overcame obstacles and turned them into challenges, it was Marty Sheets.
Marty received a lot of recognition, as you know, during his lifetime. But today, I am especially pleased that Marty is being honored in his hometown, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Mr. Sheets, you spoke so eloquently about your son, of course,
Wow.
and so many people did. But I want to know, when you think about him, do you think about the swimming? Do you think about the Special Olympics? Do you think about all those accolades? Or is it something else that comes to mind?
All of those, but I especially think about Marty because he was such a nice person. He was a good person and great personality, and I think that took him a long ways. And I give that credit to his mom. And I wish you were here to be able to enjoy this today. But he's just a likable young man that he loves sports. And when a new sport came out, he loved golf, he loved swimming, he loved to bowl, all those things, powerlifting. And when he took a project on, he did well with it. He worked. He was not a tax burden. He was a taxpayer because he worked. And I think that's just great.
And you talked about when he was little, the world was different, and how people with differences and disabilities were treated differently, and access to education and opportunities and involvement in things. How did you have any idea how he would change and how his life would change around that?
Well, let me back you up just a little bit. When Marty was born, the doctors didn't tell us that he was Down syndrome. That was 1953. And they said, when you take him home, he'll need a lot of loving care. Look, what you would say with any parent, you know.
Yeah.
But in his case, it was very different. And we honestly did not know until he was 4 years old that he was Down syndrome. And his mom and I, especially his mom, said, well, I'll tell you one thing, he's going to grow up to be a nice person. And she made that happen.
He certainly did. What would he think about all of this today?
Oh, he would love it. Yeah, he would love it. But he would take it not in a bragging way, but he would be happy. He would be very happy for something like this.
And what would you like to say to other parents of children with special needs and just children who are raising children in these times?
Yeah, I would say to them, always encourage them to do the best that they can do. Because if you do the best that you can do, what else can you expect? Always do the best and be kind to them.
Kindness goes a long way.
You said that right.
The Sheets family hopes that swimmers will sit on this bench when they are waiting for practice to start or waiting for their ride to pick them up, and they'll read Marty Sheets' name and then take a little time to learn about the man that he was and all the things that he did. The bench sits right outside the Greensboro Aquatic Center, facing the parking lot right by the very front door.